Hello, all you freedom-loving people. President Trump was named Man of the Year by Time magazine again. Elon Musk tops a $400 billion net worth, and President Biden makes unprecedented pardons. Okay, let's get into it. It was a double delight for President Trump today. First, President Trump is slated to be named Time magazine's Person of the Year again. This is the second time President Trump has received this honor. The first time was in 2016 when he was first elected President of the United States. Here's what Time magazine had to say about President Trump. In a stunning political comeback, Donald Trump won the 2024 election. He has reshaped the American electorate, activating young male voters who propelled him to a decisive victory that saw him win the popular vote for the first time and turn every swing state red. Other individuals who were in the running for the magazine's Person of the Year include Vice President Kamala Harris, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, Princess of Wales Kate Middleton, ex-owner Elon Musk, Russian economist Yulia Navalny, U.S. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell, podcast legend Joe Rogan, Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum, and Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg. Another honor took place on Thursday morning. President Trump attended the opening of the stock market at the New York Stock Exchange. This is the first time that President Trump has rung the bell for the opening of the stock market on Wall Street. This is considered one of the most notable symbols of success in the city. Before moving to Florida, President Trump was a native New Yorker and a successful businessman, but he's never done it before. The U.S. stock market soared after President Trump won the 2024 election. In 1985, Ronald Reagan became the first sitting U.S. president to ring the opening bell. During his term in office, the U.S. economy grew rapidly also. President Trump may also have wanted to ring the bell in order to convey his promise of high economic growth. Elon Musk also has good news worth celebrating. His wealth has achieved a new milestone, with his net worth reaching $400 billion for the first time. According to the Bloomberg Billionaires Index, the catalyst for the recent surge in Musk's wealth was the sale of his privately held SpaceX internal stock. SpaceX and its investors agreed to purchase as much as $1.25 billion of insider shares. It increased Musk's net worth by about $50 billion to $439.2 billion in one fell swoop. So what does this number really mean? For reference, the next richest men alive are Amazon founder Jeff Bezos at $244 billion, Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg at $219 billion, and Oracle Chief Technologist Officer Larry Ellison at $197 billion. So Elon Musk is now worth the second richest man in the world plus the fourth richest man in the world combined. SpaceX's newfound wealth is $350 billion, which makes it the most valuable startup in the world. Musk wrote on X on Wednesday, "What's really crazy about this is that almost no investors wanted to sell shares even at a $350 billion valuation. SpaceX reduced the amount of shares it bought back from employees in order to allow some new investors in. So it looks like SpaceX stock could still go up. At one point since the end of 2022, Musk's net worth had shrunk by more than $200 billion. But as President Trump returns to the White House, the stock market soars. Elon Musk's net worth surged by $26.5 billion on November 6th alone. It was the largest one-day increase since the Bloomberg Wealth Index began in 2012. Shares of Tesla have risen about 65% since before the election. That's thanks to expectations that President Trump will streamline the rollout of self-driving cars and eliminate electric vehicle tax credits that help Tesla's competitors. Meanwhile, His AI startup, xAI, has doubled in value to $50 billion since its last financing in May. Elon Musk is widely known for his ambitious endeavors and tireless work, but he also has a very human side. British actress Tallulah Riley has been married to Elon Musk twice and divorced twice. Her heartwarming and funny revelation in a BBC documentary shows a lesser-known side of the tech entrepreneur. One winter, they spent Christmas in Boulder, Colorado. But on Christmas Eve, Elon realized that he had forgotten to buy her a Christmas gift. She began her tale by saying it was one of the bad Christmases. He'd forgotten to get me a Christmas present. We were in Boulder, Colorado, so there's loads and loads of snow, and we're in bed. When Musk realized the gaffe, he hastened to apologize. Tallulah explained. And he said, I do, it's not that I don't love you. I do really, really love you. It's just like my brain is exploding. Then Tallulah said, and I was like, no, I know, it's fine. For many, such a story might end with a simple apology and subsequent compensation. But Musk's handling of the situation is more dramatic. Tallulah went on to say, and he sort of got up in the middle of the night and disappeared. It was like, where's he gone? And he came back 2 hours later. He'd gone outside in his t-shirt and shorts, barefoot, and he'd gone and dug through the snow and picked up flowers. He'd walked all over Boulder and came back with a little bouquet of picked flowers. He was like, I just wanted to show you how much I love you. At that time, Musk was under tremendous pressure, and Tallulah was even worried about his health. She kept praying to God to let him live. Musk later confessed that he was on the verge of a breakdown many times in the early days of Tesla. He had a near collapse in 2008. In 2012, when Tesla was in financial crisis, he even considered selling the company to Google at one point. She denied the claims that he is emotionless and cold. She said nothing could be further from the truth. She also said that Elon was a very supportive husband. She said, he was very supportive of me having a career, but I had to come back and do St. Trinian's too. And it was the first time we'd been apart. And he sent 2 lorry loads of flowers to the set for me. And he'd also found out from production the name of every woman on set, and he'd sent them all flowers and champagne and chocolate. Tallulah also shared a few interesting facts about Musk that show his unique way of thinking. For example, when they first met, Musk invited her back to his hotel room, but not for the sake of romance, but to show her videos of rockets.
I remember one evening he said, would you like to come back to my hotel room so we can look at rocket videos? And I thought, I was like, okay, yeah, I'll come back. And we did get into his hotel room and he did just show me rocket videos.
Musk's youngest son, who was carried on Elon Musk's shoulders to Mar-a-Lago to meet President Trump and to go to the White House, has also exploded in popularity recently. Let's hear their super intelligent conversation.
What should I do?
Save America.
And?
Help Trump.
Okay.
His child's name is one that few people can pronounce.
How do you say the name?
Well,
Is it a placeholder?
first of all, my partner is the one that actually mostly came up with the name.
Congratulations to her.
Yeah, she's great at names. It's just X, the letter X, and then the AE is like pronounced Ash. Yeah, and then A12 is my contribution.
Oh, why A12?
Archangel 12, the precursor to the SR-71, coolest plane ever.
As we've said before, Meta owner Mark Zuckerberg says that he also wants to do his part to help President Trump's political reforms. So he was quick to act. He made an eye-popping $1 million donation to President Trump's inaugural committee. The promise of the paycheck came before Zuckerberg met with President Trump at the November Mar-a-Lago dinner. At the dinner, Zuckerberg provided a demonstration of the company's latest invention, Ray-Ban smart glasses, and he gifted them to President Trump. Last week, Amazon's Jeff Bezos also took a stand, and he said that he is feeling very optimistic about another Trump term, and he is very supportive of the new Trump administration's efforts to reduce regulations, and Bezos is willing to help if needed. During a Meet the Press interview with Kristen Welker on Sunday, President Trump said that he will have dinner with Jeff Bezos. President Trump's Truth Social welcomed a special subscriber on Tuesday night. It was U.S. Senator John Fetterman, a Pennsylvania Democrat. Not only was he the first Senate Democrat to join Truth Social, but he also stated that President Trump should be pardoned. His first post reads, "My first truth. The Trump hush money and Hunter Biden cases were both bull, and pardons are appropriate. Weaponizing the judiciary for blatant partisan gain diminishes the collective faith in our institutions and sows further division." Along with the statement, Fetterman shared a screenshot of a recent MSNBC headline which stated, "Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg responds to Trump's motion to dismiss hush money case." Fetterman has previously expressed his view in an interview with The View. This reiteration is clearly a reaction to the move by Bragg. Fetterman also said that Americans have less faith in the institutions because of these cases. On Wednesday, Fetterman said that he plans to meet with Trump's nominee for Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth today, thus becoming the first Senate Democrat to meet with Hegseth. Fetterman does not object to Hegseth's nomination. He said that it's possible for Hegseth to become the head of the Department of Defense. On Thursday, President Joe Biden set a record when he announced that he pardoned 39 people and commuted nearly 1,500 others. This was the largest single-day clemency act in history. According to the White House, pardons were granted to individuals who were convicted of nonviolent crimes such as drug offenses. Those who are having their sentences commuted were placed in home confinement during the COVID-19 pandemic. The people include a nurse who helped spearhead COVID-19 vaccination efforts, an addiction counselor who volunteered to help young people, and a military veteran who assisted frail fellow church members. But the names of the individuals who were granted relief were not released yet. The sweeping act of clemency came as President Biden was under pressure to pardon more people after he granted one for his son, Hunter Biden. President Biden said in a statement, "America was built on the promise of possibility and second chances. As president, I have the great privilege of extending mercy to people who have demonstrated remorse and rehabilitation, restoring opportunity for Americans to participate in daily life, to contribute to their communities, and taking steps to remove sentencing disparities for nonviolent offenders, especially those convicted of drug offenses." Reportedly, President Biden has also considered pre-pardons for certain individuals whom a second Trump administration may investigate. However, President Bill Clinton said this week that he hopes President Biden would not issue pre-pardons.
Do you think it would be wise of President Biden to preemptively pardon any potential targets? What about your wife, Hillary Clinton? She apparently is on Kash Patel's list.
For what?
Yeah.
Well, they got a problem with her because first, she didn't do anything wrong.
Of course.
Second, she followed the rules exactly as they were written. Mm-hmm. Third, Trump's State Department found, you remember how the emails were such a big issue in 2016? Yeah. Trump's State Department found that Hillary sent and received exactly 0 classified emails on her personal device. It was a made-up, phony story.
Yeah.
So, I guess if Kash Patel is determined to make one up, he could do it. But I think if President Biden wanted to talk to me about that, I would talk to him about it. But I don't think I should be giving public advice on the pardon power. I think it's a very personal thing. But it is, I hope he won't do that.
German Chancellor Olaf Scholz on Wednesday called for a confidence vote in Parliament next week. The move officially pushes Germany toward early elections. Schultz's office said that he has asked Congress to hold a confidence vote next Monday. The vote will come just 10 days after former French Prime Minister Michel Barnier lost a no-confidence vote, underscoring the unusual degree of political instability plaguing both of Europe's top powers. Schultz is expected to lose the vote, according to the Associated Press. That's because in early November, his three-party ruling coalition collapsed amid debate over how to revitalize Germany's stagnant economy. He leads the center-left SPD with 207 seats in the Bundestag, and the sole remaining coalition partner, the Greens, have 117 seats. This leaves his government without a majority in the 733-seat chamber. Since Germany's post-World War II constitution does not allow the parliament to dissolve itself, a vote of confidence is required. If Schultz loses the vote, it will be up to President Frank-Walter Steinmeier to decide whether to dissolve the federal parliament. Once parliament is dissolved, elections must be held within 60 days, so we may soon see a new German government. And that's a wrap for this episode. Thank you so much for your support of Front Page. Please remember that every like, comment, and share helps more people to see the truth. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And if you have already subscribed, we thank you, but please double check to make sure that you're still subscribed, because some of our audience have reported that they're somehow unsubscribed without their knowledge. We've also heard that some of you don't get notifications of our videos anymore on YouTube. So when you do subscribe on YouTube, please make sure to tap the notification bell as well. Okay, this is our show for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like what you heard today, please don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends and family, because everybody deserves to know the truth.